Welcome to Inside Rangers. I'm Matt Cullingford, and QPR's women are back at Loftus Road for the third time this season in the Women's National League. They're taking on Cambridge United, a team who they beat comfortably in the reverse fixture, winning 4-0. I'm joined by Jonathan Tredgett, who'll help dissect this game today. Jonathan, how are you doing, and how much are you looking forward to this one?
I'm good, thanks, Matt. Really looking forward to this one. Both teams with nothing to play for going into the last two games of the season, so hopefully the chains will come off a little bit and we'll see a really entertaining game.
As I mentioned previously, this will be the third time the women's team have played at Loftus Road this season, so the players will be playing in front of a larger crowd than usual. What difference do you think that'll make?
Yeah, I think that will definitely give QPR an advantage. Cambridge especially won't be used to playing in front of a crowd of this size, so they'll definitely have to get used to that incredibly quickly. QPR, as you say, have played Loftus Road already this season. Didn't quite go their way the first time, but last time out they beat Norwich, so they'll have that experience at Loftus Road, and yeah, that will definitely give them an edge. Hopefully they can make it count.
And a player who does have experience of scoring at Loftus Road is Grace Stanley, QPR's top goal scorer. Stanley went round the goalkeeper to give her side a 1-0 lead against Norwich last time they were here, and she'll be looking to be in the goals again. Jonathan caught up with her.
3 league wins in a row, 3 clean sheets. What does that do to the team's belief going into this one?
Yeah, I think it's always going to give you confidence when you're going in off the bounce of 3 wins, so it's good to just carry that on. We've had a good few weeks of training as well in between, so it's really increased our confidence, so it's good going into this game.
Yeah, for you personally, two great goals last time. How much confidence does that give you personally, know that you can seemingly score from anywhere?
Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to score, so that is good going off the back of that, and obviously I'd like to get a few more today, but yeah, getting the 3 points is the most important thing of it.
Yeah, speaking of which, 14 goals for the season in all competitions. Do you have a target in mind, or do you just want to score as many as you can?
Yeah, just as many as I can. Only got 2 games left, so I don't know what target I'm aiming for, but yeah, a few more would be nice. But yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and as we just asked, they're back at Loftus Road. What's it like to play at such a great stadium?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, the pitch is amazing, but also the stadium and the stand, having the fans here, it's always great, and it's like a great atmosphere and a great club to be a part of, so yeah, it's really great being here.
I think it goes without saying that Grace Stanley's been fantastic this season, 14 goals in all competitions. Jonathan, how impressed have you been with her this season?
Yeah, very impressed. I've even heard comparisons with R9 when it comes to Grace Stanley. Last time out against Ashford, she scored 2 goals. She's got 14 in all competitions this season. And yeah, she's been incredibly integral to what QPR have done this season. And moving into next season, she'll want even more goals. And as a team, they'll want to be even higher up in the table than they have been this season.
Now, there seems to be a lot of unity in the team. She mentioned that QPR is a great club to be a part of. Everyone seems to be pulling together in the right direction. How much does that help when you're trying to progress and create a successful team?
Yeah, everyone working as a team, as one unit, essentially, is incredibly important to a team's success, especially when you add the fans into that. Having everyone working in the right direction and pulling in the right direction towards one common goal, it's only going to make the club more likely to succeed.
Absolutely. Well, before we head to comms for this match, Jonathan, I need a prediction from you.
I mean, it's a tough one to call, really. QPR have a really strong defence and a good attack. Cambridge also have a good attack, but maybe more slightly suspect at the back. I do think Cambridge will score, but given the 4-0 scoreline last time and the home advantage, I'll say QPR 4, Cambridge 1.
4-1 to QPR. I'm sure the fans would love that. Let's get to the action then and see how this one plays out in front of an expectant crowd here at Loftus Road. Hello and welcome to Loftus Road. This is QPR Women's last home game of the season, and it's their third time at Loftus Road this season, so they'll be looking to end on a high against a Cambridge team who lost to QPR 4-0 in the reverse fixture. And I'm delighted to be joined pitchside by Jonathan Tredgett. Jonathan, what are you expecting from the game today?
Thanks, Matt. I think we're in for a good one here today. Like you said, Cambridge will be hungry for revenge after the reverse fixture. As you say, the third time at Loftus Road here today, it's been a mixed bag of results for QPR for their games here earlier in the season. So it'll be a very interesting game. I think there'll definitely be a few goals, given that neither team have really got anything left to play for this season. So it should be a good one.
It will indeed. And going into the lineups now, 3 changes for both teams. We'll start with QPR. Wiggins is in goal, replacing Clark. Cooper, Lewin, Brooks and Searle all keep their place. Joe Blodgett comes in for Hennessy. Hill, the captain, starts alongside De Santos. Zadek, who comes in for Makoska, and Grace Stanley, the goal scorer, and Ward Chambers, 2 prolific forwards, keep their place. As for Cambridge, 3 changes for them again. A change in goal as well. Schultz comes in for Webb. Rouse, Jackson, Finneran and Stevenson are in the back line. Woodhams, Cobb, Stoico down. Hubbard, Simmons and Wiltshire all start for Cambridge. And we are underway. QPR kicking towards the Achilles security stand in this first half. Cambridge kicking towards the Loftus engineering stand. Jess Cooper with the long throw here on the right hand side. It's flicked on by the Santos, but no one in a QPR shirt can get to it. It's cleared by Jackson. It's almost killed us. Almost rockets against the roof that we're currently on.
Yeah, someone has a problem with our commentary so far.
Yeah. Yeah, we could have been killed there. Lucky escape, but we carry on. It's cleared away, but only as far as Ward Chambers, who plays it back to the left-hand side, and it's a great burst inside down the byline, and it's cut across, and Lewin's shot's blocked, and it's fallen to... Oh, what a save! I fell to Zadik. She rocketed a shot, aiming for the bottom corner, but that is a terrific save. Corner crossed in again. It's volleyed back in, and it's 1-0 to QPR. Hooked in. And we're just waiting to see who's got the goal. But that's a perfect start for QPR. Hooked into the roof of the net from close range. They lead 1-0.
Yeah, there was a bit of a scramble there following the corner, but number 4, Billy Brooks, the first to react to put QPR 1-0 up here. 8 minutes gone.
Billy Brooks with his second goal of the season. Instinctive finish. She's a centre half, but that was like a striker's finish. Logic shows good strength to win it back. Here's Emily Hill, strides forward. There's loads of green grass to run into. Looks to skip past Jackson, who takes her down cynically. And it's going to be a free kick to QPR in a dangerous position here.
Yeah, the Cambridge management team not happy with that at all. I wasn't too sure from here, to be honest, but I think you can give that either way. The Cambridge management, as I say, are not happy with that at all. But it'll be a free kick for QPR in a good position.
It's about 25 yards away from goal, quite central. And it looks like it's going to be Ward Chambers. Ward Chambers, left-footed, a decent effort, just going wide of that right-hand post. Keeper not really troubled in the end, but it was a decent connection.
Yeah, that was not a bad effort at all. She went for the far corner, but couldn't quite curl it enough. The goalkeeper probably had it covered, but yeah, very decent chance.
Here's Finneran at the back for Cambridge in their own box. Plays it through to Rose, who's getting pressured and does win a free kick. Ward Chambers happy to accept that one. She just puts her hand up.
Yeah, she did well there because Ward Chambers was right on her as soon as she got the ball, so she's done well to draw the foul there.
Here's Hubbard, looks to put an early ball in. Oh, what a touch from Wiltshire. Plucks it out the sky. But good battling from Brooks, and it's still with Wiltshire, who just volleyed her effort wide of the post, but she's got some footwork, that number 7 for Cambridge.
Yeah, that touch from Wiltshire was fantastic, and then by the time she made the touch there were about 4 QPR players surrounding her. She got quite lucky to get through them all, but she got the shot away and it wasn't too far wide.
Stevenson looks to whip it in, and it's cut out by Lewin, but it's fallen to the number 10 for Cambridge. It's deflected and the keeper has to parry and save. The rebound though from Wiltshire just goes wide. It was offside, I think, from Wiltshire anyway, but an effort that was deflected dangerously, and Wiggins, the goalkeeper, had to be really careful and switched on just to parry that ball away.
Yeah, the shot came in and I think it was deflected off QPR's own defender. It absolutely completely wrong-footed Wiggins, but she did incredibly well to get back and claw it out of the net, and then the shot came in, the shot come across, and it was offside anyway. But yeah, it's good to see that Wiggins hasn't she hasn't had a save to make, so it's good that she's still focused.
Here's Finneran. Her pass is cut out well by Cooper. Cooper looks to beat the Cambridge fullback. She gets into the box, she's down the ball and crosses it in, and it just goes past Grace Stanley, and the keeper gratefully collects, but it's good play, and that is the half-time whistle. QPR do take a 1-0 lead into the break. Both teams have been really competitive. They've shown real intent in this game. No one's been sitting back, but QPR did get that early goal from Billy Brooks to give them a 1-0 lead. Jonathan, what are your thoughts after that first half?
Yeah, I thought that was a very entertaining half. Both teams definitely playing like teams that have got nothing to lose. A lot of chances, 2 very good saves, 1 from each goalkeeper. Just the quality in the final third hasn't quite been there in terms of actually scoring the goals. But yeah, it's been a very entertaining game, especially in down the flanks. The wingers have really shown their skills. But yeah, hopefully some more goals in the second half.
Absolutely, and let's see if QPR can extend their lead or whether Cambridge can get back into this one in the second half. Welcome back to the second half. So the players have just got out of their huddle, they're about to get back underway. It's 1-0 to QPR. From what you were expecting from the second half, are Cambridge going to get that goal to get them back into the game, or what are you thinking?
I think it'll be interesting to see who does score first. I think that'll be really important because Cambridge, they've definitely looked more settled as the half has gone on. So if they get the first goal, I'd say they're definitely back in it. But if QPR get it, that will probably be the game will probably be over. There have been no changes as far as I can see. But one thing that has changed is the weather. It is now raining, so I'm sure that will play a factor in how the teams approach the game as well.
Yeah, blustery conditions at Loftus Road. The complete opposite to the start of the second half. Everyone had their shades on in the first half, but how that has changed. Billy Brooks' pass was intercepted, but it is won back by QPR. Nice sharp ball around the corner to Stanley. Brilliant play. It's out to the left-hand side for Ward Chambers. She's in the box. She looks to cross it in, and Grace Stanley puts it wide from close range. She'll be disappointed with that. 2 goals in her last game. She'll be thinking she should have got one there.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It was a brilliant move from QPR, all the way up the field, out wide to Ward Chambers. She crosses it in, and Grace Stanley just couldn't quite tap it home from close range. She'll be disappointed with that one.
Yeah, it was a great move though from QPR, but deserved a goal on the end of it. Great one-touch play. Ward Chambers picks up the ball on the left-hand side, but it's a good tackle from Ruse. Ruse checks inside, tries to play a pass forward, but it's intercepted by Billy Brooks, and she plays a nice ball to Zadek, who got away from her originally, but she had really good pace there to beat Finneran to the ball. Zadek whips a good ball in, dangerous, and Courtney Ward Chambers finishes it off, and it's 2-0 to QPR. A brilliant move, brilliant from Zadek to keep the ball originally, and a great cross. 2-0 to QPR.
Yeah, it's a great finish from Ward Chambers. Once again, Stevenson at the back post not checking her shoulder. The last time she didn't check her shoulder, she ended up putting it in Ward Chambers' face. This time she didn't check her shoulder. Ward Chambers was there once again, but this time to finish. And yeah, it's a great finish. 53 minutes gone. It's all going QPR's way now.
Joe Blodgett back to Searle. Searle loses it. Wiltshire's in on goal here. Wiltshire, it's a brilliantly taken goal into the top corner from her left foot, and all of a sudden Cambridge, they're back in the game.
Yeah, it's a fantastic finish from Wiltshire. We've seen a few skills from her, a few great touches, so she's really deserved that goal. And yeah, Cambridge will be hoping that they can get back into it now.
Yeah, Wiltshire's been fantastic all game, to be fair. So if anyone was going to score for Cambridge, it was going to be the number 7. And another substitution, getting ready for QPR. And it's going to be Grace Stanley. She's not had her busiest game. She's going to make way for Jessica Leach.
4 goals.
Oh, it's a poor clearance. Here's Leach. Oh, it's a terrific goal. Left-footed into the top corner from range. And that could be all she wrote. So Ward Chambers to whip this one in. And it's almost drilled in again, and it's a brilliant header from Emily Hill. She's got another one this season. Brilliant ball into the box. It's 4-1 to QPR, and that is definitely game, set and match. Here's Leach now. Jackson wins it only momentarily though. QPR player goes down in the box. No penalty according to the referee. Makowska making a nuisance of herself, but the referee doesn't give a penalty, but it was good work. But that is the full-time whistle. A convincing win in the end for QPR. But it was a game that was contested really well. Goals from Brooks, Ward Chambers, Leach and Hill for QPR. They got the job done. They're scoring for fun at the moment. That's 10 goals in the last 2. Final score here, it's finished. QPR 4, Cambridge 1. Jonathan, final thoughts?
Yeah, I think that was a very entertaining game. QPR definitely the better side. Wiltshire giving Cambridge some hope on the hour mark. But yeah, QPR definitely had more of the chances, the better chances. They even had some chances that they didn't take, but they took 4 of them. They did very well, and yeah, definitely a well-deserved win.
Well, Jonathan, that was a great game to watch, and I've got to start with your prediction. You absolutely smashed it. You must have some sort of powers or something. How did you get that one?
Yeah, what can I say? I'm clearly some sort of prediction expert. But like I said, I did think that Cambridge would score, but in the end QPR would win fairly comfortably, which they did, so I'm happy to have got that right.
Well, fair play. Let's get into the first half of the game then. It was a quick start from QPR. Billy Brooks from the back scoring from close range. She made a great start to the game in general and was really commanding at the back as well. How impressed were you with Billy Brooks' performance?
Yeah, really impressed. I thought QPR's whole defence today was fantastic. They won absolutely everything in the air and were really dominant. Billy Brooks in particular, of course, scoring the first goal to set QPR on their way. A great finish, taking advantage of the uncertainty in the box. Yeah, she did really well.
And would you say it took a little bit of time maybe for Cambridge to get settled into the game?
Yeah, I do think so, which is understandable given the size of the crowd and the stadium, which they won't have been used to, obviously. But I'm sure it was a good experience for them.
Well, the goals did start to flow in that second half, and I want to just touch on one player for QPR, Annie Tredgett. She was a real threat all game for QPR. She was down that right-hand side, constantly making runs and constantly being found by her teammates. That was clearly a tactic that QPR were looking to deploy. She got the assist for the second goal as well, which was much deserved. And yeah, how much of a threat was she? And she caused Finneran a lot of problems.
Yeah, she did. Finneran just couldn't deal with her pace down that right-hand side. They went down the right a lot, even after Tredgett came off, so it was definitely a tactical decision from the manager. But yeah, Tredgett was a real threat and provided a great assist.
She really did, and you could argue that the end of the game had similarities to the reverse fixture. QPR got 2 goals late on. Did their quality show in the end, and were they just a bit too much for Cambridge?
I don't know if I would say it was similar to the last game, to be honest. Of course, QPR in this game scored very early on, which sort of set the tone for the rest of the match. But I would agree that QPR were just too good for Cambridge. Even when they conceded, they never really looked like they were in too much trouble.
Well, one of the players who did score late on for QPR was Jess Leach. She scored her first goal at Loftus Road, and Jonathan caught up with her and got a reaction after the match.
So Jess, a great win today. How does it feel to end the last home game of the season with a win?
Yeah, honestly, absolutely buzzing with that. I think the girls played really well, backed each other to the end. So, yeah, no, it was great, and hopefully we'll continue on into our next game at Norwich.
On a personal note, your first goal at Loftus Road, how good was that?
Amazing. Look, obviously everyone dreams of scoring at these big stadiums and stuff. But yeah, I'm just glad it went in today, and hopefully I can continue to do that.
Yeah, now that the game's done, we've seen the interaction between the players and the fans. How crucial is it to have that sort of relationship with the fans?
Yeah, honestly, it's massive, and we really appreciate the support that they give us, and the more fans we can get, just the better it'll be for us, and yeah, we really love seeing them here.
Well, Leach really made a difference when she came on, didn't she?
Yeah, she came on for Grace Stanley, obviously big shoes to fill, and I thought she did really well. She looked lively, she showed great energy, and with that goal, she's definitely put herself in contention to start the last game of the season. And yeah, she took her goal really, really well. She capitalised on a mistake by the goalkeeper, not the best clearance. But yeah, she took her goal really well. Great finish with her left foot into the top corner. Nothing the keeper or the defender on the line could do about it. And yeah, she'll definitely be wanting to start the last game of the season against Norwich in 2 weeks.
And QPR will be wanting to end the season on a high, and they're doing just that at the moment. 1 more game left in the season. How important will it be for them to have that momentum going into next season?
I mean, they want to take as much momentum going into next season as they possibly can. They've had a good season, but they have been quite far off the pace of the teams at the top of the table. So yeah, they'll definitely want to improve on that. And going into next season, they'll want to finish as high as they can again, hopefully even higher than they are now.
I want to end by talking about the fans. There was expected to be about 1,000 fans today. How good were they, and how good was the atmosphere?
Yeah, I thought the fans today were fantastic. I mean, even when they moved away from us due to the rain, we could still hear them from our commentary position. And it's great to see so many of them here today. It's also great to see, after the game, that interaction between the fans and the players.
Well, that is all we've got time for. Thank you very much for listening, and up the R's.